Hi, I'm L.E. Carmichael, Canadian scientist and the author of 22 STEM books for kids, including The Boreal Forest, a year in the world's largest land biome, which is illustrated by Josée Bisaillon and published by Kids Can Press. The Boreal Forest is also one of 10 books that has been nominated for the Yellow Cedar Award in the 2021 Forest of Reading. Woohoo! Now, the other books in the Yellow Cedar category looked so interesting that even though I can't vote, I just couldn't resist reading all of them. So in this series of videos, I am going to tell you about one of these great books and some of the reasons why I think it's awesome. Today's Yellow Cedar book is Crows, Genius Birds, which is written and illustrated by Kyla Vanderklugt. Let me just start by saying crows are awesome. I actually knew quite a lot about crows and ravens before I read this book because I've done some research on them for books of my own, but this book contains some amazing facts that I didn't already know, such as the fact that crows can count. And also the fact that crow brains are organized completely differently than mammal brains, which was so interesting. It really made me wonder whether bird brains are actually more similar to reptile brains, since birds and reptiles are more closely related. So I'm going to have to go do some more research and figure that out later on. I also thought it was really great that the author included stories about crows and ravens, as well as science about crows and ravens. The thirsty crow from Aesop's Fables is so interesting, and I really thought that the possibility that the phrase "a murder of crows" comes from the fact that crows were seen on battlefields or near plague victims was also a very, very cool idea. These old stories tell us that humans have been curious about crows for a very, very long time. I also have to mention the illustrations in this book because, of course, it's a graphic novel, but also because they are just so much fun. There was so much personality in the characters, and I really enjoyed spending time with them, particularly with Buddy, the sweet and hapless dog, who reminds me of more than one dog that I know in real life. Thanks so much for tuning in today and for participating in the Forest of Reading. I hope you're having a fantastic time reading and discussing and most especially voting for your favorite books. We'll see you next time.